Hey, I'm Sarah Snow with another episode of Refreshed, and I am still on that mission to show you that good food, healthy food, doesn't have to be complex and it doesn't have to be time consuming. It can be simple and quick. And I'm going to show you one of my family's favorite recipes. This is a crisp cabbage crunch. So I'm using two different kinds of cabbage here. I'm going to use a red or purple cabbage, and then I'm also going to use some green cabbage. It's just nice to have that variety in there. First thing you want to do with cabbage is to take the core out, remove those outer leaves, and then chop it into strips. And I'm going to use half of a purple cabbage and half of a green cabbage. Okay, to that I will add some scallion. Finally, we do some cilantro. This is a nice bunch of cilantro, and I'm just going to do a good handful of it. Cilantro is one of those really easy herbs to grow. So if you have a countertop herb garden, a couple things I always recommend in it are mint, because mint is so good in cocktails, it's really good in water, and it grows super easily. Grow some cilantro or some parsley. It's great in salads and salad dressings. And then of course, if you make fish tacos, you'll have that cilantro. Avocado, or goes well with avocado for guacamole. And then do sage or thyme, and maybe even some rosemary and chives are another favorite of mine. All right, now, tossing this together with my hands, and then we're going to season it. So simple. We only have 3 ingredients, well, 4 if you count the 2 different kinds of cabbage in here so far, and we're just going to add a few more. We need some lime juice. This is going to give it its flavor, and I would say the juice of 2 limes for a bowl full like this. Just squeeze it all over the top. An interesting little tip for you, if you are a composter, you're of course always throwing your vegetable and fruit scraps in your compost, and it's okay to do that with your lemons, but not your limes. Interestingly, limes have an acidity that is not good for your compost. All right, so I have 2 limes squeezed onto there, and I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. Now this is totally to taste for you. You can do this however you want. I'm going to start with about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And I can always add a little bit more later. Actually, I'm going a little bit shy of that. I can always add a little bit more later after it has a chance to sit for a bit. Some fresh ground pepper. Now, if you wanted to make this a little bit spicier, you could always throw in a little bit of cayenne pepper, maybe some paprika, or even some crushed red pepper flakes. I've done that before and it's really good. Toss that together. Of course, I think using your hands is the easiest way to do that. This dish is best after it's had a chance to sit in the refrigerator for a little bit, so it's a good thing to throw together sort of halfway through the day or even the day before and let it sit in the fridge. Salt will bring out the natural juices in the cabbage, and then we've got that lime in there, and it all sort of starts to marinate together. It's heaven. And it's done, except that I think it needs one more quick thing, and that is a little pop of color, a little bit of tomato. And there you have it. Throw that little bit of tomato in there, and look at this, it's gorgeous. Now, I have to admit, I was a little bit surprised the first time I saw my then 3-year-old eating this cabbage, but she went to town on it. So I promise, sometimes the simplest, healthiest foods are the ones that your family will devour. Just give them a chance. We love this crunch served as a side dish alongside tortilla soup. We loved it packed into fish tacos, and we even love it as a salad alongside some grilled chicken breasts or some pork even. It works with almost anything. It's a healthy, delicious, super quick recipe that you can make all the time.